In this session, I'm going to talk about how to factor polynomials. Look at this example below. 10r negative 5t. You see that 10r is one term and negative 5t. And 5 is common for both the terms. So I take out 5 from here and then 2. 5 times 2 is 10 and 2 are negative and t. So when you take out 5, just 1 remaining. So when you factor this, 5 times 2 are negative t. So this is the final answer. Let me show you another example. 24x squared y to the power 3 negative 42x y to the power 2. So 24 and 42, we need to find the common factors. So 24 and 42, and 24 I can write down 21 times 24 is 24, and 2 times 12 is 24, and 3 times 8 is 24, 4 times 6 is 24. Well, that's it. 42 I can write down 1 times 42 is 42, and 2 times 21 is 42, and 3 times 12 is no, not 3 times 12, 14, right? 3 times 14 is 24, 42, and then no, 4, 5, 6, and 6, and 6 times 7 is 42, right? And then here you can see that 6 is common and 1 is common. So the greatest common factor is 6. So in this example, 24x to the power 2 y to the power 3 minus 42x y squared, you can take out 6. 6 is common for both terms, and x is common for both terms, and then y squared is common. And open bracket, and when you take out 6 here and then 4, 6 times 4 is 24, and I took out x, and then here's x when you multiply x squared, and y squared here, and then here y. So y squared into y is y to the power 3 negative, and 42 divided by 6 is 7, and x out, y squared out, so nothing here. So the final answer would be 6xy to the power 2, open bracket 4xy minus 7. This is the final answer, right? So this is the way that we have to solve all binomial expressions. Right? Let me show you a trinomial expression, how to factor trinomial expressions. So x to the power 2 minus 4x minus 21. So the leading coefficient is 1, right? The variable x is x and the highest degree is 2. So the coefficient is 1. So leading coefficient is 1. So what you have to do, you have to find the product. So how to find the product? This leading coefficient you need to times with the constant. So the answer should be, the product should be negative 21. And what are the factors? You need to find the factors of negative 21. And when you add these factors, you should be able to get the answer negative 4. Look at this. 1 into negative 21 is negative 21. So what are the factors of negative 21? Is 7 times 3. So when you add these factors, you should get negative 4. When you multiply those factors, you should get negative 21. So I need to keep the sign here. So one should be plus and another one should be minus. So the answer should be, when you add the sum of these factors should be negative 4. So this one should be negative and this one should be positive 3. So then keep the x variable here for both factors, and then you can write it down. Look at this. X squared negative 7x positive 3x negative 21. Now you have to keep the bracket, put the bracket on. And those two terms, x is common, and take out x, and x here negative 7. In these two terms, 3x, 21, 3 is common. Positive 3 is common for both terms. So 3 take it out, x negative 7. So we have 2, x minus 7 and x minus 7, both common. So you have to take that one of them, and you have to combine these two terms, x minus 7 and x plus 3. This is the answer. Let me show you another example. Look at this. X squared negative 9x positive 14. What we have to do, leading coefficient is 1. This 1 you have to multiply with this constant 14. So 14, positive 14. And what are the factors of 14? And when you add those factors, some of these factors should be negative 9. And the product of these factors mean multiplication, that should be positive 14. So when you multiply those two factors, you should get 14, positive 14. So 7 and 2 and either, so this, look at that, the variable x, the coefficient is negative 9. So therefore, this one either should be positive and both of them should be positive or negative. It can't be positive because here negative 9. So both should be negative, right? Then you can write down here like this: x squared, negative 7x, negative 2x, positive 14. Put the bracket on and find the common terms. Here, x is common, x negative 7, negative 2 is common, x negative 7. Now, x minus 7 is common, and you can combine those two terms. So this is the final answer, right? And then let me show you another example. 10x squared, negative 3x, negative 1. And leading coefficient is 10. Our constant is negative 1. You multiply both terms, two terms, negative 10. What are the factors? 5 and 2. You should get that negative 3. So when you multiply both two factors, you should get negative 10. So one should be negative, one should be positive. So the sum of these two factors should be negative 3. Therefore, negative should be 5 should be negative and then 2 should be positive. So now 10x squared, negative 5x, positive 2x, negative 1. Put the bracket on. 5 is common, x is common, 2x, negative 1, close bracket, because here we don't have any other common factors except 1. So 1 is the common factor. So take 1 out, and when you take 1 out, 2x, negative 1. 2x, negative 1 is common, 2x, negative 1, and you can combine those two terms, 5x, positive 1. That's it. So I hope that you understood this lesson very well. Again, watch our short videos and subscribe this channel for more videos. See you in the next one. Thank you.